BKB later too.
Yeah, BKB is always nice to have on, especially playing against Invoker. If you don't have it, you might be unable to play the game.
And then thinking about this Monkey King lane, you know, we saw Mickey pop off last night against an Underlord, but this is kind of challenging. Tusk and Dawnbreaker, they're two heroes that can turn and fight back against the Jingu.
Yeah, it's not a brain-dead lane for Monkey. He has to be very delicate about how he chooses his engagements, compared to the Underlord, who couldn't really put up a fight at all. And looking for the first blood. Whisper in trouble for sure.
Oh, the Darkseer.
Tofu holding his skill point, ready to skill up the ice shards if needed.
Yeah, they will use it. Trap Whisper in the igloo and take him down. First blood for Quinn against the Darkseer of Whisper. That's huge already.
Yeah, that is the perfect thing to get. First blood on your Invoker, gets Wraithband and Tangle set out immediately. Gonna make that mid lane even harder.
And Darkseer was kind of historically a greedy offlaner who needs the first 2 or 3 levels to go well for himself. Like, he needs to get to 2nd level Iron Shell. He wants to have his partner kind of bullying back opponents while he hits creeps. We don't see Darkseer a lot, but is that kind of the same story? Is he still kind of greedy?
He is a little bit greedy, and he does need levels. He needs like level 5 before the Iron Shell feels really good. Level 1, Iron Shell is very slow at killing off stuff. Level 2, level 3, Iron Shell starts getting stronger. And I'm concerned. Darkseer against double range lane, Pugna, Luna. With this Magnus support, they did put Phoenix safe lane to have the attack speed slow against Dawnbreaker and Tusk. But this bottom lane just doesn't look that strong from OG. We'll see if Ahri can maybe pull creeps or do something, because I think a straight up lane is going to be difficult.
Yeah, they've got to do something, right? Manipulate that equilibrium, get some skewer plays. And right now with the Iron Shells, they will shove that lane hard into tier 1, so it will bounce back a bit. Celery taking a few punches. So far, okay for Whisper and Ahri there. And this is one of these drafts from OG where, like, we were talking about how the laning phase snowball can be difficult to deal with, but this is a draft from OG where they've got lots of answers to that. Team fighting around objectives and terrain, like playing high grounds, is super important for them with their big team fight ultis. So even if Gaimin Gladiators get an early lead, there's ways to punch back as OG.
Yeah, there definitely are, but it is hinging on those big team fights. And if the Gaimin Gladiators get an advantage and starts playing big map, like spreading out, farming, and just using the entire map, that's a little bit harder for them, because they don't have the best ganking heroes until the blink on Tiny.
Just don't entertain the 5v5. Just spread out wide.
Yeah. The safe lane for Monkey King should be looking pretty decent here, as Tusk was forced to skill shards for the first blood. Means he doesn't have the combo on level 1. No tag team yet.
And then 9 in that mid lane. 5 and 2 against the 5 and 1 Invoker. And Tiny with that nice bit of base damage. We get these early last hits. But then, like you mentioned, during the draft, does have to be careful once this EMP tornado spam comes. And Quinn just continually regenning up. And it reminds me of the old Death Prophet days when she was mid, and it was just non-stop hit, 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 Crypt Swarm, Spirit Siphon, hit, hit, hit. If you're a melee hero, you cannot stay in the lane.
Yeah, it's very continuous harassment that is taking on the mid lane from the Invoker, who just using the Cold Snap to similar effect. Magnus bottom got a pull. Oh wow, they're so low HP on the side lanes. Especially the Tusk and the Dawnbreaker dropping to the Phoenix harassment.
There is Ahri pulling the wave like you suggested. Try and drag it back to Whisper. He's already blocked up the small camp as well, but Watson does a good job bringing the dire creeps into range. Stop the nonsense from the mag.
Yeah, Watson having a pretty pleasant lane as expected. Luna against Darkseer, as mentioned, is not the hardest time for him. The mid lane last hits are starting to look a little bit better for Invoker. First few creep waves can be tough against Tiny when he has all that damage from tree grab, but as time progresses, now we have gloves on the Invoker with Wraithband. His stats are starting to build up, and his damage is actually higher than Tiny's already. Universal man.
Monkey King animation. What's that? Does he lose his weapon or something?
Is he in the... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you need to reconnect sometimes, because it's not that he loses his weapon, he just gets frozen. You don't see his attack animation at all.
Oh, cool.
Like, there's a bug where... Yeah, and it's very relevant on the hero like Monkey King to see when he's hitting and how he's attacking. It's one of the most frustrating bugs to play against. So quick reconnect fixes it though.
Straight back into it. Oh yeah, I don't know if we pointed out, but reverse polarity was picked by the Magnus. Forgot about that that train of thought.
Yeah, I mean it's Ari. I was gonna say as well, if Ari is the one playing the Magnus, then 100% we're gonna see reverse because I don't expect he wants to play without it.
Definitely adds a bit of fun and flavor to it.
Yeah, there's potential for big plays with it.
Ace in a good spot, right in front of his tower. No talisman, some tangos delivered.
I'm almost surprised that Celery didn't put 1 point in Decrepify on Pugna, because when Magnus starts pulling creeps like this, you can decrep him, and that lasts for 3.5 seconds, which de-aggroes the creeps from the Magnus. It would be a way to counter what he's doing right now. Maybe Celery didn't consider it, or maybe he really wanted the Nether Ward.
It's still such a funny mechanic to drag creep waves
Monkey
like
King
this.
being targeted.
Is he in trouble? Oh,
Not again.
how low is he? Was he got like 200 HP?
He just committed his Banda Strike as well, so he only has to live by regular auto attacks now into the Dawn. Does have 3 stacks more of Jingu, so maybe he can live with the attack speed slow coming out from Phoenix.
There's shards and blood grenade on Tofu though. So even with this level 2 Jingu, like yeah, maybe the fiery spirits keep him alive. It's going to be a close one, but 23 Savage looks in trouble up here. Blood grenade thrown. He turns and hits Ace. The shards block him away. 23 Savage is actually fine with that. That level 2 Jingu was enough lifesteal to keep him alive and actually pushed Ace out of lane completely.
Bless the fire spirits in this lane. This is why they put Phoenix on the safe lane against Dawn Tusk. It's a very attack-based lane, and they get completely countered by the 80 attack speed slow already coming out from Phoenix.
I did not respect that at all. Like, Monkey King's dead here. Nope. X-Nova says absolutely not.
It's always hard to evaluate when the game is paused. A little bit weird to try and think about it.
And when you can see the slow attack animations, you're like, he's fine. He's frozen in time. A little more difficult. I do go back in for round 2, though. Snowball and the damage onto 23 Savage. Now they get the kill. X-Nova trading out. It looks like, though, onto the Dawnbreaker in that 1-for-1. And X-Nova gets to soak up all the remnants of the creeps and last hits now.
Yeah, gonna keep the creeps alive for Monkey King. So he's not gonna miss too much. He did go down, but I think he spent gold as well before he died. He's gonna bring some of X-Nova's items. Bring the boots to the lane. Mid lane getting very tough for Tiny now as full power treads are being delivered for the Invoker. Already over 100 damage per hit.
And we're getting close to that first active rune as well. 9 loses all of his mana to 1 EMP. Sad times for the Tiny.
He does have Soul Ring, so it'll be okay. Soul Ring in bottle should keep his mana pool acceptable. He's gonna go and try to jungle a little bit.
Yeah, 20 seconds till minute 6, and we've already got 2 Gaimin Gladiators supports rotating in. Tiny's looking for the top rune. Magnus looking for the bottom one. Celery and Tofu ready in wait, and they've actually got the Tornado EMP onto 9. They say, screw the rune, we'll go for the kill instead. Tag team Cold Snap, the damage comes in from Quinn and gets the kill on the opposing mid laner. Also guarding the double damage rune top.
That's fantastic. Quinn gonna be very happy with this. Might even be able to get some building damage. He does have the catapult alive. Pugna nearby to even help if he wants to push into a tower. Similarly, the catapult was alive for a while bottom, but Whisper with a bit of lane mechanics pulls the creep wave away and the catapult dies quickly.
Very nice. Again, Gladiators really a lot of emphasis on building up this Quinn Invoker though. And that first blood was nice, but now moving into mid with a catapult wave there. Quite a lot of damage onto this tier 1 already. Phoenix and Magnus both needed to come in here, but Whisper's dead bottom to Watson.
A solo kill with the Eclipse. Finds that kill without any help from the support. That is huge. I think he underestimated the potential for the Eclipse and the extra bonus damage she gets as well. She got plus 30 damage from using Eclipse. It's quite strong even on early levels.
And it kind of timed around the Wisdom rune as well, knowing that supports are, they've moved mid, they want to go get the Wisdoms. Luna seeing that Darkseer alone. I didn't see that coming. I didn't expect a solo kill to come straight out of there, but 4-1. Gaimin Gladiators with a good laning stage lead already.
And Gaimin Gladiators are invading and putting some vision down for this Ancient stack. If they could possibly get there with Luna at any point and clear it out, that would be massive if they can steal it. For now, though, she's going to have to deal with lane pushing in.
Yeah, how far is Dawn from level 6? Because that would be pretty supreme as well, wouldn't it?
He's close, yeah.
So if Luna invades, they could also just have Ace sit up here and then Solar Guardian in if a fight brews.
Yeah, that's a potential power spike they could play around. Bring Invoker over as well. I think they're making the move already. We can see them swinging over a bit.
Quinn starts off on the Magnus. Ari skewers the high ground. Gets a bit of distance. But that's just him running away while Whisper starts to attempt this stack of Ancients. And you called for it. You can see Luna moving across the map already. Migrating into the Dire Ancient spot while Ari, well, he spent his skewer earlier on, walked back into Gaimin Gladiators, giving Quinn a killing spree. And now these Ancients, they belong to Watson and Quinn.
Yeah, they're even low HP from the Iron Shell. This is perfect for Watson. So much tempo for him, getting a solo kill at first, stealing this massive Ancient stack. This is going to be one big Luna.
Yeah, this net worth lead starting to really build now for Gaimin Gladiators. And, you know, I was kind of talking about OG and their comeback potential. You know, it's starting to get past that scary point into, Gaimin Gladiators are building. And when these tier 1s start falling and their map gets smaller, all of a sudden
tiny Blink Dagger cannot come soon enough in this game. He is far away from it. Of course, it's only minute 9, and he did have a hard lane against Invoker, but they need something so they can start making moves. Him and Magnus looking at Dawnbreaker right now.
And 9 starts it off. Avalanche, but he tosses the creep. Still should have enough damage here with 23 Savage, so not a big deal. Good kill on Ace.
Take him down and gonna go back to farming again. Mid tower though, being pressured by Gaimin Gladiators. Tofu swinging around.
X Nova is level 6, so it does have that supernova if they try to dive him. I don't have RP yet though. It's level 4 Magnus. Ari doing a lot of kind of walking around and stacking, and that's a big deal for Ari as well. That the Ancients got stolen, right?
Yeah, it's very, very sad for him because he wanted to get experience from it in particular. Like, Ari may not be the one to farm it, but the Ancients being gone means he will struggle to get levels. He's only level 4 right now, and we're minute 10. He's the one support trailing in levels.
Ace gets some free time over to the left side. The Dawnbreaker sees the entire map as it hits daytime. And Gaimin Gladiator is going to try and use that information where they saw Whisper farming the Ancients to swing across here pretty quickly. Invoker, Tusk, and Pugna being joined by the Luna. Oh, I don't even need the Luna. The 3 of them are enough to kill Whisper swiftly.
Yeah, quick takedown, and Luna is pushing in the creep wave, setting up for him to take the tier 1 tower on the back of this. With Celery going in, getting the vision from the Watcher as well. This bottom lane being pretty forfeit from OG now. Losing mid tower and losing bottom tower quickly in succession. Like, you have this big teamfight draft, but are you even gonna get to the point where you can put up a fight with it before you fall out of control? 2k net worth lead before the tower falls.
Yeah, because it's not just hit level 6 and play. It's hit level 6 and get items, get blinks, get auras. They need that bit of gold as well as the experience to actually play out their draft.
This is exactly what I was talking about pre-game as well, that they wanted to take the early tier 1 towers and go and invade the Ancients. Look at X-Nova being bullied away. But they are actively stealing Ancients from the side of OG and taking it for themselves.
Snowballing onto Ari up at top just to put a bit of fear into him. Minute 12, still level 5 on him. They saw the Tiny there? The Dawnbreaker pinged it.
Oh yeah, he's the sentry. The sentry must have seen him up there.
Oh, there's a sentry. Okay, I was trying to figure out, like, they're pinging exactly on him twice, and like they know he's here somehow.
Yeah, got a sentry on the camp, so
yeah, very right.
Saw him somehow. He walked too close. Power rune spawning on 12. Looks again like Gaimin Gladiators, a little bit more in position for it. It's Arcane Rune.
Guarded and taken by Tofu. But yeah, OG double wards up top to protect their Monkey King. They've got 1 ward over in their own Ancients, but not able to de-ward the vision that Gaimin Gladiators have put over there. We're still waiting for this tiny blink. a couple of hundred gold away before OG will feel super comfortable to start playing actively.
I'm a bit surprised we haven't seen 23 Savage make any of those typical Monkey King carry moves, going through the portal, looking for plates on the other side of the map. He's just been sitting up here top, and while he's been doing okay in lane, he is not having the same like steroid tempo that Luna has.
He might get caught here. Snowball is coming in. Ace trying to run away. Wukong's command, but Quinn is there with a Tornado EMP well placed. Saving up the Tusk and the Dawnbreaker. It looked like Gaimin Gladiators were setting up on the Monkey King at the same time as OG were setting up to defend him. In the end, it's Quinn who's the aggressive one, playing forward into 9, though. This Avalanche Sunray, but the Solar Guardian comes in. They've got the damage, the turnaround swing. Ace is there to punch them down. Tofu gets the land on 9. Quinn's still alive, and the Eclipse comes in. A double kill for Ace, and 3 down on OG.
What a fantastic reaction. Dawnbreaker just flying in there like a god from the sky, saving everybody perfectly. And again, this Magnus just being level 5, not having the ulti available. They got a nice catch on 2, but without the RRP available, they just can't really get these kills.
A real rough one for OG.
There was maybe a chance for X-Nova to try and find an egg for that team fight, but couldn't get it out. I didn't really see what happened to him.
It all just got very messy very quickly, right? Like, both teams kind of go on a hero at the same time, then they disengage, re-engage. But Quinn, being as strong as he is right now, with a lot of HP and armor, just walked in as the Invoker, said hello, tanked a couple of spells. But we'll see what OG can do down bottom to try and get a bit of retribution here. Because they do make a jump with 9's Blink Dagger onto Ace. They can't finish him off in time, though. Ace has survived, and now Tofu and Quinn, they turn onto the Tiny. 9, he's going to be the one to die.
They're just running panic mode, get out of here. Did not want to stick around and take the fight. And a quick little patch up here from Celery fixing up Ace. It's going to be completely fine as Celery then heals up from some neutrals. Now, all the while, Luna is just ramping up. We have not seen a single successful gank onto Watson. And if there's one thing Watson can do really well, it is accelerate his game. 8.8k, 8.9k net worth at minute 14.
Oh, he's racing ahead. I mean, what, 2,500? 1,500? 2,500 ahead of his counterpart.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wicked pace he's keeping. And that's
now
the full Manta style coming out, I believe, on the courier. Yep, he has it delivered. 15 minutes Manta Dragonlance. Not bad.
Incredible. And Gaimin Gladiator is not going to relinquish any control of this map either. Keeping up the pace. You know, sitting mid, looking to see who shows. And then connecting with the Luna up top to maybe find the Monkey King. Playing into this deep vision that they've got, which could see 23 Savage if he decides to go south. And look at Quinn's. This is so bold, right? Quinn's Invoker is just walking in behind enemy lines, and I think they've pinged him there.
Oh, did they?
Or was that 9?
No, I think it was running a little bit. Oh, he blinks
now
over.
They have.
Yeah.
Watson saw him, but the tornado misses. 23 Savage, quick over the trees.
They want to defend. They want to turn it. RRP is available this time.
OG coming in for the defense. They've got spells here to throw on the Tusk, but the Magnus dies before he can get anything off. And Tofu just snowballed and walked away. Now Monkey King? Okay. Jump in, boundless strike, jump out, see ya. Does not want to be involved.
Cold snap. Just ruins Magnus' day like that. He can't cast his spells and quickly just goes down. Glyph is expended, but that's not gonna save the tower. Luna will keep going.
And this has like always been the issue with Darkseer. You know, if he has a bad laning stage, he is kind of dead weight as a hero until he gets that first, second item, gets to level 12.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really see the reward for picking Darkseer so far. He hasn't really had any chance this game, and wow, beautiful setup by Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, Whisper drops the wall on them. Tries to run away. Looks like he's okay.
The avalanche saved him. Nice save by 9, who was in the neighborhood.
Gaimin Gladiator is kind of respecting that turnaround potential from OG. Like, when you see one OG hero, everybody knows there's going to be 5. You know, out of the woodwork, they all come to defend each other.
Yeah, they want that big team fight. It's what they've drafted for. They want the big 5v5 fight, but Gaimin Gladiators are doing a good job of taking over the map without giving it. And look, mid. Tusk is a bait.
Oh, Quinn comes straight on in. Ari has skewered the Tusk back, but the Solar Guardian and the Snowball turn around to kill 9 and X-Nova. Tiny Phoenix drop, and as Dawnbreaker just keeps on going deeper onto 23 Savage. He does jump away, Tiny pops his wand and gets towards high ground. Watson and Ace thinking about going further, though, with the Sunstrike Vision and that Lucent Beam. They've got the damage through the Pugna to kill him. Dawnbreaker with this Aghanim Scepter rush just allowing them to dive super deep onto OG and punish them hard.
They just don't have the items at this point. They're too far behind, don't have enough levels, no items, and the laning stage has been too brutal for OG. Now, even if you have this amazing teamfight draft, you're starting to get to a point where 5-man fights are impossible anyway. And what do you do with this draft at that point?
You try and catch? I mean, Nine's attempting. Avalanche toss is a good start on Quinn. Can they finish him, though? The shards block and the tornado keeps them back.
3-man NATO. Nice connection there. And they get back out. Have the Pugna to keep healing people up as well. Give some extra mana to Ace. Keep everyone topped up. Hurricane Pike already on the Luna as well. So you have these big circles and spells to try and catch people. But Luna has her own safety tool now. Gonna be very useful against the Monkey or against the Magnus for that matter.
11k net worth lead. 12k net worth Luna.
Yeah, it's like a full Luna.
Lead.
Yeah, they have a full Luna, a farmed Luna as their lead. This is not shaping out well for OG game 1.
I am the danger. Yeah, you are, Watson. Just pings bottom lane on that tier 2. Let's go. Kill objectives, close this map in on them.
OG are saying, we have all our ultis, we want to fight, but at the same time, it's tricky for them to find the connection. They're gonna try with the smoke this time. Try to go around, perhaps, go behind to bottom.
Just look at all this vision, though. Like that
And
deep ward
Tofu.
top.
Yeah. Tofu is smoke revealing. Look at his positioning. He's just wanting to connect.
They know something's coming. Like, no one's showing on these waves. OG need this move.
Dawnbreaker has ulti ready.
Vision and a catch on Quinn. They find the Invoker to toss him into the Sunray and the damage, but Quinn's Tornado, perfect reset. The shards to block and try and save him up with the Solar Guardian and a Snowball as well. Supernova, let's see if it lands properly. As Ace comes in to the Wukong's command, the Monkey King trying to go to work on Quinn, and they do get the kill on him. The jump away from Ace. Ari trying to chase him down here with Whisper and 23 Savage, but there's the Lunar Eclipse to contend with. The big carry has arrived. Clears out 2 members of OG, and now they're on the run. No more spells remaining. Your entire arsenal has been spent. Ace with a double kill, and OG, tail between legs, sprinting away.
Just dominant in the fights. They did have a moment where the fight looked pretty nice with the Supernova being down. They brought down the Invoker, but they don't have the staying power in this fight. They don't have enough items. Just a Maelstrom on the Monkey King, no BKB yet, and Luna way, way stronger. So she just stands toe-to-toe against anybody at this point. Full phylactery for him coming out as well now. Bit of chipping damage onto a tier 3 tower, but then back to farming they go. Still
like,
not
yes,
seen them make a move for a Roche even. They're just going into these fights. Gaimin Gladiators happy to take the engagements.
Yeah, well, now there's a huge window, right? All the cooldowns down on OG, and 9 gonna feel the pain in the mid lane to the 2 supports. Sunstrike helps for sure, but that's Tofu and Celery all the way home.
Even if you do have Blink on Magnus, do you really want to Blink Skewer or anything here? Without RP, there's absolutely no way you want to take the fight.
A real hard indicator of this game. Yes, you can kill a core. You can kill Quinn, but Gaimin Gladiators have so much firepower to turn back and just destroy you.
So we have double 4 staffs now coming up as the Hurricane Pike is complete on Invoker and Luna, and we have 1 more 4 staff being built on Pugna. And I fear that this is the exact approach that you need to have as well. OG, how do you solve the triple 4 staffs? You can't keep your opponents in place. And that's what their lineup wants to do. It wants to keep your opponents in the ring, in the Sunray, in the Supernova.
Quinn was lurking top on that Darks here. And the rest of the team shuffling bottom. Celery, he's kind of alone down here. Does get tossed back in, but alone means nothing when you've got a Dawnbreaker and a Tusk on your team, a Speedy Luna to come in. 23 Savage using this Wukong's command to try and deal with Ace, but they disengage, get out with the golden ring. And OG, spending 1 element of their team fight already, missing a piece of the jigsaw puzzle for the next fight, relying on these skewers back in. Did he use the RRP? He did, but
Dodged it with
a snowball, didn't he? Gorgeous
Yeah.
stuff from Gaimin Gladiators. Magnus down, Tornado sends the X-Nova Phoenix skywards. Sunstrike lands onto 9's Tiny. Phoenix TPing out, and again, OG just scrambling to run away.
Gaimin Gladiators just doing whatever they want this game. Gonna steal the enemy Tormentor as well. To say, okay, you can TP away, retreat into your base. We're gonna take all the resources in this area. That's shards for the Tusk now. Monkey does find a haste rune top, but already Invoker is on the hunt. He wants to dispel it with a tornado.
It's been a hard game for 23 Savage. You called it in the draft. It was the third pick Monkey King, right? Definitely a difficult one to play through, and this Tusk Dawnbreaker has made life hell from laning stage through to now.
I just think it's a draft issue greatly for OG. The third pick is not just that it's a third pick Monkey King, it's a third pick Monkey into the Pugna Tusk support already being revealed.
Yeah.
Like, you know that you're playing against 2 supports that are good against you, and 3 cores that are picked after you. It really puts 23 in a difficult game. More pressure on the others, and I don't see how oh no, X-Nova solo picked off.
Yep, dead to Quint, while the rest of them take Roshan. Aegis in the hands of Watson's Luna now. We're closing in on 20,000 net worth on Watson. 23 minutes in.
He's about to have all the net worth of the Monkey King and the Darkseer soon added up together.
Casual.
Yeah, full Kanda on the Luna. He is queuing up a BKB, so respecting the team fight from OG. We've seen a lot of Lunas go for different items, but I respect it. If you just survive the combo, then that's all the OG really have.
He's a bit overdressed, I think, for this party.
Yeah, that might be true.
Poor business casual OG over here, and Watson rocks up in the tux. Like, come on, guys.
That's not business casual, man. This is beach casual.
Beachwear, yeah. Polo shirt and shorts. Got the
rocking
Crocs
the
on.
flip-flops. That's all they got.
There's always the play-by-play backup plan is always their high ground defense, Wagga. Their big team fight ultis, Wagga. Skewer back into Fountain.
Yes.
Oh, they've actually got the like classic team spirit shit with the toss back, skewer back, vacuum into Fountain stuff.
They do have a lot of high ground defense stuff. So here comes the test to Gaimin Gladiators' discipline. Are they just going to keep farming, building their lead, or are they going to look for that high ground push? Are they going to possibly give a way back into the game for OG? They are 21k gold ahead, so they probably want to make something happen with this.
But OG did come back against Mouse with a 20k deficit,
Oh, Monkey
right?
caught midair.
Oh my god. Oh, he's found by Quinn. Oh man, it's so perfect from Gaimin Gladiators. But OG maybe with a turn, the vacuum into Avalanche toss. They've killed off Tofu. This doesn't look bad. 23 Savage though has to run back away from his Wukongs, but it's Watson that comes in from the back with a double kill. It looked decent for OG for a moment there, a brief shining light at the end of the tunnel, but they've met their maker. Gaimin Gladiators, they lose 2, but they sweep through the rest.
Watson canceled the RRP there, I think. Or, well, he stopped the blink for the RRP. Ari used it, but I didn't see any single hero get caught by the RRP. I think he completely whiffed it due to a blink cancel from Luna.
Oh. That's rough. It's rough out there. Whisper trying to drag waves and farm. Keep Gaimin Gladiators away from the base.
There was a glimmer of hope for them. You could see the, you can see the vision. You can see what they've drafted for, trying to toss people back in, skewer them, or vacuum them back in. All these plays to reposition. Ofu finds Whisper and just starts beating him up.
And he's got the Invoker TPing here as well.
He's like solo killing him slowly here.
Yeah. I mean, there was another surge coming up. The 3-man vacuum. And he dies.
Yeah, this is getting tricky, especially when the Yule Scepter on Tusk is gonna come in as well. Gonna get even more ways to dispel, keep people safe.
Oh, right, yeah. Before that team fight kicked off, OG, was it yesterday against Maus? They did manage to have that 20k net worth swing, right? They were down, they were defending their base, and Maus making some mistakes did give OG that way back into the game for the victory. There's ways back in here. It's just going to be Gaimin Gladiators kind of cocking up a bit.
Yeah, that's it takes 2 to tango kind of thing. When you're this far ahead, it's not a one team issue to turn the tide.
It takes a village. Drinking the tainted water supply. The RRP skewer back towards Fountain. They pushed Watson back in here, but he stands his ground, turns and fights. 23 Savage is dropping low, and 9 has died. Well, they dragged him all the way back in, but couldn't get him into the Fountain properly.
all this time, Bodyguard Ace is just standing on the other side of the map, observing. He's like, "You good? Okay, I'm not even gonna use my ulti.
Really?
You're fine. You're fine." He's ready to help whenever.
And Watson straight back up. Yeah, I mean, don't forget, Watson has 2 lives. He's got Aegis for another minute or so. Ari gets sniped out by Quinn. No buyback on the Magnus. And Tiny dead for 10 more seconds. And Gaimin Gladiators just, reset, use this Aegis to maybe regen Watson back up somewhat, and finish off this mid-tier 3.
Quick heal coming out from the Pugna as well.
Oh, man. A Monkey King punched, sharded. The Solar Guardians coming in onto him as well. They need the Supernova Sunray, but it's never enough. Monkey down for the better part of a minute now. Supernova spent. This might just be it as X-Nova, dives in and calls GG. There we go. Gaimin Gladiators take game number 1.
Very dominant game number 1 from Gaimin Gladiators. They won the laning stage hard, and OG just didn't have a game plan. If they lose laning stage that badly, then it doesn't really matter how much team fight you have. And that was the concern I had with the draft. It looks great for 5-manning, but they lost before the first 5.
Because I cannot find Whisper or Spirit.
I've never seen Whisper play or Spirit, man. I'm gonna be honest.
This is gonna be cool. One way or another. What the? Yep, 9 sniper in that mid lane, gonna be facing off against the Quinn Huskar. OG doing some big switch ups to try and dodge that matchup with the Earth Spirit. So Earth Spirit Nyx up against what? Medusa Pugna. And then it's Primal Beast Muerta versus Alchemist Maiden. Huskar versus Sniper. This is a Dota 2 video game with a lot of very funny heroes.
It certainly is. And Sniper versus Huskar is a pretty good matchup for Sniper. It's not amazing. It's not like unplayable for the Huskar, but it is rather tough. And he doesn't have the burst build on Sniper, so he can triple shrapnel with the scatter shot and very quickly deal a lot of damage. And that becomes a problem once the Huskar starts dropping his HP down. If you go low HP and then you get triple shrapnel, you're usually dead.
Yeah. That could be a good run for 9. OG currently smoked up as 4. Sniper, the one just showing himself in that mid lane if anyone comes up the staircase. The line drawn there. OG wanting to swing up to the top runes.
Yeah. They do have alchemists, so they want to try and get as many bounty runes as possible, trying to play for at least 3 runes if they can.
The battle begins.
Looks like they're just gonna go for the body block on the creep wave.
23 Savage,
2 for 2.
preemptively channeling the stun.
Yeah. Sentry gonna miss here for Celery, not finding the D ward.
2 for 2 bounty runes. Easy as you like.
We'll have to keep an eye a little bit on the mid lane and see if Quinn can somehow outplay 9 on his sniper. But I am more interested in Whisper on his Earth Spirit and his debut.
Well, it's not often we see offlane Earth Spirit in general. Like,
No.
are we still going to see like Tread's Blade Mail, or do we go back to like Earn Spirit Vessel kind of style?
It's just Tread's Blade Mail BKB, I think he's going to go for, most likely. He's getting clicked a lot by Watson, though. Of course, Nyx already looking to go for some creep wave pulling.
Classic Nick. Lock camp, put your body in the way, drag waves around. Well, down at bottom, Tofu much above burst with a blood grenade and a concoction and killed by 23 Savage. X-Nova turning to his Primal Beast and a good start from OG.
Yeah, on level 1 already. Level 2 is when I expected them to have the power spike and find some kills down bottom, but looking for that kill already on level 1. Getting it.
It's going well for them already. And 9 having a good time. I'm kind of peeping away. X-Nova does die bottom. He was kind of low resources. Kind of wanted to reset and come into lane anyway, so not a massive deal there. And we'll come into babysit 23 Savage shortly.
Yeah, got run down by the Murta. So that gives her a chance to walk up and block the camp. But CM comes back to a lane with full mana, so not the worst thing for him. Mid lane starting to get a little bit tougher for Quinn as well. Sniper starting to rack up some denies. 10 and 11 and 4 now against 7 and 0.
Just need to watch that top lane though. Whisper Earth Spirit, is he casting spells? Is he getting stuff done?
For now, it's just getting clicked. It's the double range lane again. Double melee into double range. Not easy for him, taking a lot of harassment from Medusa. Nyx is doing the best he can, just pulling creeps, but we both know how weak Nyx is in laning stage. He doesn't really provide much.
No, at least dragging it into Whisper so we can get something from it. What? Earth Spirit skill build is usually like skipping silence, right? You just go maxing your first 2 spells.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big indicator. If Whisper levels silence, it's like, oh dear.
No, he's not going to level it on level 3. Like, maybe you put a point in level 4, but usually you just skip it for quite a while. Not really any need for it on this lane. He just needs maxed out Boulder Smash so he can start farming a little bit faster, because this lane is tough for him, so he needs a way to come back.
Well, not a total disaster, but Gaimin Gladiators is definitely pulling out ahead slightly with their cores. In terms of last hits anyway, but that net worth lead, kind of deceiving with the Alchemist down here. Building up a bit of net worth for himself.
Yeah, but he's enjoying a pretty good time. Not getting the most CS as Ace and Tofu are dealing damage to him whenever he gets close. Well, nice pushback. That could be a kill.
And Alchemist down bottom's getting trampled on. 23 Savage dead to the Primal Beast. Tofu and Ace moving on to X-Nova. And Crystal Maiden, a bit of heal coming out. A few more hits from Tofu's going to finish the job though. Even chucks their dead shot at her.
That's beautiful. Double kill for them there. Taking down 2. Not losing anything as well, as Ace has 11 magic stick charges still. Pretty great to fight the Alchemist again.
I can stick around and keep whacking him. Kind of bullying and pressuring this bottom safe lane. Keep the Alchemist on his toes for as long as possible. No real chance for anyone to like go and stack or anything. You can't build up the jungle yet because you need to continually play these lanes.
Yeah, X-Nova is just going to pull bottom lane to try and get it back, realizing that being far out on lane against the Primal Beast and Murta is just basically a death sentence. Very difficult to get away when they chase you and push you back. So resetting the lane. Meanwhile, Whisper has a huge creep wave coming in top. He wants all this farm.
Yeah, are you going to snipe one of them? That's exactly what you need as the Earth Spirit. And get to your level 6. Max out that Boulder Smash. Look for potential rotations. Like, watching this Huskar just sit on like 100 HP the entire laning phase, you would love to have someone come in and be an irritant. And right now, the Nyx
Ahri is sneaking about, leeching his experience right now, taking some away.
Walked past the die ward, so I think Quinn knows that he's kind of wandering around in the area. Not really caring too much about it. A nice bit of Radiant Vision, of course, just keeping tabs on Quinn completely.
Sniper is getting his level 6 by killing the creep wave, and with the help of Nyx, could take out the level 5 Huskar. Scans out the Nyx.
Scan on scan. And 23 Savage scans the Muerta down bottom. So both Alchemist and Huskar, they know that danger is lurking. Yeah, Alchemist runs away from a Mud Golem camp, which usually you'd stick around and farm. Felt that the danger was imminent.
Yeah, see him even making a move towards mid, realizing shutting down a Huskar's laning stage is a good way to try and set up a nice mid game for your team.
Alchemist.
Rune top.
Who's going to get it? The Sniper looks like he's the closest one to it.
Just right now, laying in damage to his tower. Dropping pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's fighting over this tier 1. And Huskar's farming large camp. Pugna and Muerta kind of in the shadows here, waiting for a moment to maybe force OG back. Ahri does see the DD rune, and X-Nova getting shot at by Tofu.
And Murta definitely winning the support trade. X-Nova doesn't really want a 1v1 fight. He wants to join in for this kill on mid. With the DD rune, they're making a play for the tower.
And honestly, like, best case scenario for Gaimin Gladiators is just
Diving
denying
bottom
the
and
tower.
Alchemist.
They are. Concoction channeled, silence, causing some issues. The dead shot. Ow, he gets the deny though. It was like good from Gaimin Gladiators, too good in fact, as it allows 23 Savage to deny himself.
He does deny himself, but that is horrible for him still dying with the creep wave under tower, all these creeps being missed, and Ace very, very happy to get the lane back, reset in a good position.
The last remaining seconds of this DD rune. Looks like 9 wants to try and use it to play to bottom. Chases out Tofu's Muerta. I realizes there's no more targets to run at. We'll hit some creeps. As X-Nova and 23 Savage can't really keep up with Celery. What is that?
Yeah, he has a high ground ward.
310 move speed Maiden against 425 Pugna? Good luck.
Yeah, he's way too fast. He's sticking around stealing Alchemist's farm. Getting pinged here by 23. He's like, what the hell, my creeps?
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Meanwhile, Nyx finding a little bit of solo experience on mid while the sniper was making his move around. This level 6 could not come soon enough. He's so big for ganking down the Huskar, who's trying to work on his armlet. This is normally when you want to have armlet complete in a good lane. You want to have it like 7 or maybe 8 minutes for Huskar. So the fact that he doesn't have it yet is indicative of, yeah, was not an easy lane. He is forced to jungle. Losing tower early is also a big blow to him. Normally it's the other way around. Huskars want to push.
Well, here come the 2 supports though from Gaimin Gladiators. Killing off X-Nova. Whisper is here with level 6 though, with the Magnetize onto Tofu. They turn and get a kill for 23 Savage. And Whisper's first rotation paying off. Protection of the Alec and a kill. But they just... Celery is such a nuisance down here, hiding in the trees.
Yeah, he's really using that high ground cliff ward to the full extent, just staying in the area. And he could even start blasting into a tower. He has so much mana.
With a hunting Huskar here. 9 invis. Ari with a blood grenade. Yeah, not wanting to fully commit for it as they see the TP rotation from Tofu.
Wow, that was very respectful to back out. Huskar
Bottom?
does not have armlet yet.
Alchemist is dying. The decrep into trample damage with Watson's rotation. And this Watson has been that crouching tiger, hidden Medusa, farming away for 9 minutes, suddenly pops through the twin gate, top of the net worth, and a very scary situation for OG now. Yes, you've dealt with a Huskar. You've moved around this Earth Spirit to the off lane, and you've found ways to make it work, but what's your answer to Watson?
Yeah, what's your answer to Watson, and how are you going to save your Alchemist from this? He's having a horrible laning stage, not level 6 yet, struggling to get back into the game, and I don't see too many stacks being made for him yet. No stacks on the Ancient area. No real small camps either for him to enjoy.
Man, nobody's had a chance. Everyone's had to play the lanes, manipulate creep waves. Ari's been roaming around looking for any little bit of information he can. Still need level 6 on this Nyx.
Well, Queen gets ulted, but he's going to be fine. Does not die.
Yeah, he's good. And OG kind of rallying around the sniper. I mean, playing around the strongest hero on the map makes so much sense. Carapace, Vendetta, and the kill. Ari takes down the Huskar, and the stun on Celery could open things up if they can get a shrapnel or a... Ah, never mind. Celery's far too quick. Bottom lane, though. Alchemist. Chemical Rage is going, popped his stick, and he does skip away from Ace and Tofu. For now.
He's fine this time, finally surviving one of these attempts on his life. But Quinn not having the tempo as well that he wants. The Nyx Vendetta is one annoying thing for him to deal with. Actually killed himself on the spike carapace. What? That's a kill? I did not think Pugna was low enough, but...
Nine's got it in him.
Yeah. He does have a lot of auto attack damage with the Spark Courage as well. Adding up.
And OG showing signs of life here in game 2. Little pokes back, but yeah, again, that fear that the Alchemist doesn't hit his timing is always there. And I do like what I'm seeing from Ace Primal Beast, right? Not going for that kind of blade mail, BKB, stats and tanking. His Blink Rush to get on top of this sniper is going to be so important.
I think so, for sure. And even chasing Alchemist before he gets the Radiance Blink is just one more tool to get on the Alchemist, run after him, and keep him low net worth. And Ace off to a great start. So, side lanes are going very well for Gaimin Gladiators. That's one thing they can lean on. Quinn clearing up some Ancients to try and get back into the game.
Yeah, recovery time for Huskar. Seeds of Serenity and Armlet keeping him topped up. Making sure that he walks away from the range attacks before toggling.
Yeah, don't want to randomly die to Ancients. Would be bad to waste any of your free farm timing. And Ari doing what we normally see Ari do on Nyx as well. He is one of the Nyx players who doesn't go for Dagon. He likes going for that first item. Big smoke move for Gaimin Gladiators. They don't want a Crystal Maiden only, but they're going to have to settle for it.
That's That's all they'll find.
Xnova put himself in a position where he was the one being caught.
23 Savage is like, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Protecting him this time.
Gets to hit some creeps. Sniper maybe a little exposed, though. Ace goes back in, but Ari's here with a great stun. Turning and hitting into Ace with a shrapnel and the right clicks. It started to look pretty hairy for Gaimin Gladiators, especially with Whisper arriving, but doesn't land his kick. Celery
Rolling in.
getting rolled on, or rolled towards, but Whisper's now stuck on the high ground.
Oh no,
Silent
not like this.
Completely caught out, misses a couple of spells, and Whisper, tragic end to his initiation plans.
Oh, what an awful place to be stuck against the Murta calling. Not being able to juke and just getting repeatedly silenced. Medusa making active moves here. Could just be farming, but Watson realizing that this game, you know, Huskar having a bit of a tough early game, he's choosing to activate a bit of Medusa, making moves. Still has the 13-minute Manta style. Fantastic timing for himself.
Immediately queues up the Butterfly, of course, against this Sniper and Alchemist.
Yeah, stock standard item builds. That's what you want. A lot of damage and a lot of survivability.
And it feels like one of the rare times now, 23 Savage going straight for the Relic rather than the Talisman first.
Yeah, usually we do see the survivability increase from the Talisman of Evasion, but he's mainly being ganked by Ace on his Primal Beast, and Evasion doesn't really save you against him. So it kind of makes sense to just go for the Relic, try and farm faster.
Yeah, buff up your damage.
Huskar being targeted again.
Yeah, jumped on by Whisper, Ari, and peeped out by 9. Again, a good catch. As Ari Nick's Assassin just setting up, making the calls to keep on going, and this smoke gank to connect with 23 Savage down bottom could both protect the Alchemist and maybe even get a kill. But it looks like Gaimin Gladiators, they've felt something coming. Tofu and Ace have already started backing up. Well, they might still get a catch on this Murta, though.
Leaving the area. Nyx, meanwhile, just gonna clear some of the big creeps. This is just a shielding move to try and allow the Alchemist to get some farm. Meanwhile, the Sniper sitting over at the Ancients, farming over there.
Radiant scan missed. Whisper kind of pinged out where Tofu was as the Watcher did get picked up. Through the Twin Gate now to move into where 9 has set up to push the Tier 1 up north.
Yeah, I think they could easily take down this tower if they move enough people. Alchemist's starting to farm his way over there as well. Even though Quinn is not having the fastest start this game, I think him just farming Ancients over and over, and the fact that Medusa is having such a good game, I don't think Gaimin Gladiators are too unhappy about their situation here.
No, and the fact that Ace and Tofu are kind of just being this two-man roaming death squad, it feels perfectly fine for them. They're just pressuring, kind of keeping the enemy at bay. Yes, they're losing Huskar here and there with 3 4-man rotations from OG, right? They need the numbers, and that's what they're going to use here to get it onto Celery. Look for the Pugna kill, but he decreps and drains. Xnova the first to die. Ace and Celery in trouble now, though, as Ari comes in with a nice stun to peep him down with 9 again, assassinating 2 in a row.
That is such a nice move, and that was the big connection from Whisper, going in first with that Spirit Vessel. So not going for the Blade Mill, instead choosing to counter the Huskar a little bit extra. And even against these other heroes, removing some of the healing potential from the life drain. Adding more damage to his goal as well.
Feels like such a Whisper thing to do. Just buy a Spirit Vessel on any hero he plays.
Yeah, extra damage was not the love. Still going back for the Blade Mill next, it seems. Yeah. So opting not to rush for that BKB.
It was like, if you don't know what the hero does, you buy an item, you know what the item does, right?
I'm sure he knows what it does. He just played a lot against it. He's not used to being the one clicking the buttons.
Yeah.
But he's gonna make a move towards top lane now. Medusa is farming that area. Don't know if they can reasonably kill her. Maybe with Vendetta and Sniper laying into her, but he's backing away anyway. Watson playing safe. Quinn really just put on his headphones and said, like, don't talk to me until I have my BKB. He's chilling right now. He wants BKB this game. This game is too scary without it.
Disable all incoming chat.
Yeah. He's
Yes,
just vibing
my
in the
teammates.
triangle right now.
It's probably saying, chill guys. Cover me a little bit here. Play down bottom. Let the Medusa farm up. Alchemist playing a catch-up game onto this Medusa. Not a great sign from OG, but they have recovered from a poor laning stage. And 23 Savage is about to hit pretty nice timing here with that Radiance Blink.
Yeah, definitely a good timing to start looking for moves. They have pretty aggressive heroes with Nyx, Blink on the Alchemist, and then Earth Spirit can go in. Oh, 23 Savage being eyed up. Just the two supports, but Primal Beast is behind. Could have come in.
Still has that ward pretty deep there. But yeah, Ace, no real intentions of swinging in behind them.
Yeah, similarly, he's also working on his BKB, so they understand that they need this item against Earth Spirit, against Nyx, even against CM. And Butterfly, 1400 gold off now for Medusa, so the timing is coming for Gaimin Gladiators. He's got to line up pretty well. The BKB just completed on the Huskar.
I mean, 9 Snipers had a good first 20 minutes, but this is where he's got to start kind of being on his toes, right? The sudden change in expectations from being this hidden, unkillable hero that keeps people with Assassinate to all of a sudden there's Blinks and BKBs to gap close on you.
Agna,
Celery.
trying to get away.
You're going to feel the pain here from the Earth Spirit and Nyx Assassin. Ari lurking and waiting.
He really did, huh? He waited for the last moment there, and he's like, okay, I'll hit.
You thought?
Didn't want to waste it.
Celery, you thought? Not happening.
Let him think he's gonna get away.
Oh, they pinged the Medusa. They saw Watson there, who already popped Manta style. 23 Savages in with a concoction. Silence in the kick. And not going to do the trick there as the Stone Gaze gets used to disengage.
Pretty big to force the Medusa ulti. This might give them an opportunity to go for a Roche play even. Or push a tower. In fact, Medusa doesn't have her ulti. It's not the most important spell, but gives a chance for him to think about options. Looks like they're just gonna keep farming. Alchemist wants more items. Sniper went back for a Maelstrom after the Hurricane Pike. Next up, he wants to get a Shard.
Yeah.
Prioritizing mobility.
I guess that's the point I was trying to get to. Was that the Snipers kind of had a chill game, right? But now you're looking at Blinks and BKBs. Huskar's going for Blink next as well. You need this, kick to save you, Hurricane Pike and Shard to save you, all these disengage tools just to stay, at arm's reach away from the Huskar and Primal Beast as best as you can.
Yeah, definitely. Like I mentioned in the draft phase, Sniper just does not want to get close to anybody. So having the Shard is super high value. Shard plus Hurricane Pike, and he should be pretty fine as long as he doesn't get stunned up. But the disables aren't that big on the side of Gaimin Gladiators. As they take out Tormentor together, see Medusa dropping in mana very quickly. Gives the Shard over to Pagna.
And Quinn gets scouted there by Ari. Came in behind, looking to see if they can find a fight after that Tormentor take.
Oh, the Sniper ulti. Celery.
Well, they saw
he was
him.
just in vision for a while.
A high grand vision up there, yeah. And now Quinn, forced to BKB, trying to turn and fight. Back onto Whisper as Ari disengaged. Pugna buys back. Concoction thrown, but the BKB's still there. Now the move in from the Primal Beast, but the Carapace cancels out his initiation. Pulverized down. And it looks like Gaimin Gladiators buying back and reacting to OG, who have very wheezily found a way in and out of this fight. X-Nova might still get caught here, but a slow Crystal Maiden turns and slows them down in turn with the Crystal Nova, and it looks like their gap closed with Ace. It should be enough to get on top of her. Does get the trample down, but OG again returning fire. Nearly blowing up Celery, the dieback on the Pugna, gone for a minute. And Gaimin Gladiators, now it's their turn to retreat. Whisper's holding that front line, bullying them back with the Spirit Vessel charges and saying, you want to come at us? Let's see what you've
No
got.
BKB on Huskar. This is a dangerous fight for them if they want to take it.
The Concoction's
Nyx is
channeled.
scouting.
They're jumping in, but Ace has the BKB to dodge it out. Chemical Rage is not ready for this Alchemist, and
Huskar's
that's
dead.
a problem. 23 Savage has died. Ari's gone in, and he's going to feed away his life. Whisper's trying with a Magnetize to roll back in onto Watson and do what he can. Ari does come back in. He didn't die. Sticks around with the Carapace to return a bit of damage back onto them, and a Whisper, apparently with the help of 9, is able just to bring down Watson. How did that happen?
It was 9 coming in from the top lane or top side there, not being focused by anybody. Perfect situation for a sniper, just laying in some shots here and there, getting a lot of damage done. And that fight worked out really well for OG, largely because the BKB was on cooldown on the Huskar. You just could take it down immediately. Even though you get to kill an Alchemist, it looked good. But Medusa kind of deep and didn't really have enough support from her team.
Yeah, once that pulverizes down, they don't have any stuns. Dead shot, yeah, but
Yeah.
nothing to stop this Earth Spirit just continually rolling deep in onto you.
And Whisper, I gotta say, if this is his first pro game on Earth Spirit and he only has 9 games on Earth Spirit on his pub profile, that's pretty crazy, man. He's delivering. He's 2-1-6, connected very well in that fight as well. And he did a nice little play on rolling in on Pugna immediately as the dive came in on the tier 1 tower. Went on the Pugna, kicked him in, quickly took him down.
It's like there's some things that, you can't teach. You've got to learn. That mentality of an offlaner to just go in is something that Whisper has down pat. He knows that he just go in. Doesn't matter what spells I've got, what hero I'm playing. I've got a Spirit Vessel. I see a target, and I'm going to start this fight for my team. That mentality, so important for OG here in this game.
Smoke up now with Alchemist's BKB completed. Also a smoke on the side of Gaimin Gladiators. They're holding the high ground.
Smoke break.
Connecting on CM.
X Nova, the first point of contact. Getting blown up by Quinn and Watson and Ace. He's found a way to get onto this Alchemist with a BKB pulverize. Sniper, though, can stand his ground, putting a bit of damage back in onto him. While in the back lines, Tofu's died to Ari. The sneaky Nyx found a nice backstab, but 23 Savage a little isolated. Has the concoction going, needs to launch it out to kill off Quinn now as Whisper rolled in to take down Celery, and Watson yet again is left stranded. No one to help the Medusa, and OG, they're running over their opponents here. Gaimin Gladiators, how do they get Watson out of here? Ace has tried, but he can't do a damn thing, and you're out of mana on the Medusa for a 5-man wipe. OG, do it!
It's so crazy how they take that fight. The fight looked like it might start out in a good way for Gaimin Gladiators, getting the first pick off and chasing deeper, thinking they can lock on, but we see the mobility. Sniper with a Hurricane Pike and the Shard, repositioning over and over. Gets tipped here from Whisper. He baited them very, very deep, and meanwhile, Ari sneaking around there, getting the pick off on the back line. They just bit by bit took apart Gaimin Gladiator, kind of kicking the legs out underneath them throughout that fight.
Those tips have got to be from the last 15 seconds of that draft, right, where they made that swap. Asking,
Yeah.
Whisper, will you play, 9 is saying, pick me Sniper. Whisper, can you play Earth Spirit? Sure, I can play anything, just let's do it. And Ari tipping him saying, it's your first game and you're doing freaking amazing.
Yeah, they definitely did the right thing there. A lot of teams would probably just have said, well, you're going to have to play it, just play Earth Spirit against Huskar, it'll be fine. It's not fine, it's never fine, it never will be fine. But instead, sending 9 mid on Sniper, he's now 6-0-6, hasn't died a single time, having a fantastic game for himself. And the rest of his team as well. I'm looking at Ari, 3-0-11. I spoke about the Ari Nyx, man. We wanted it. We wanted to see him get to play this. This is arguably his best hero after Batrider. I think Batrider is his absolute best hero. And then Nyx, he is just so damn good at finding these moments.
It really is spectacular. Forget Dagon. Force Staff and Glimmer Cape.
Yeah, he's the type of Nyx who trusts his team to do the damage. He's just here to provide the scouting information. Running around and then setting up for his team as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And now
And
we've got
it's honestly more enjoyable to watch. Because it's not, I don't know, it's less cheesy and more orchestrated together with his team.
it's cerebral, right?
Yeah. An intellectual playing Nyx.
Yeah. And now we're looking at a 10k lead from OG, kind of materializing out of that last fight. A couple of people on some big sprees. Aegis in the hands of the Alchemist. Building some nice momentum here as they shove into tier 2 towers. And Ari just keeps spamming this chat wheel line over and over again.
How did
Gaimin
this
Gladiators,
happen?
you've picked this Huskar, you've got this Medusa, some meta heroes for yourselves, and comfort picks for Gaimin Gladiators being undone by an offlane Earth Spirit and a mid Sniper.
Big to mention that they now have Shard as well on the Nyx. So he has the break on his attack when he comes out of Vendetta, taking away the magic resistance of the Huskar. And OG coming in with a high ground push.
It feels like
Nobody
moments ago we
defending
were
it.
saying, how do they deal with Watson? And now, Watson, he's third in net worth.
Yeah, the fights just haven't worked out at all. Every fight he has joined, he's just either died or had to run away. And Gaimin Gladiators, they don't really run away and disengage that easily. Having a Huskar and a Medusa pretty immobile heroes. So if you don't win these team fights, it costs them so much.
It's like, do you think Watson needs BKB against this magnetized Spirit Vessel? He's only got one Dispel from the Manta.
I think he wants BKB. I think he needs like he needs to buy Skadi. I think it's the correct thing, and then perhaps go Disperser or something. Like he needs to still ramp up his damage as well. It's the problem.
It's like he needs more Dispels, but yeah, you're right. He needs more damage at the same time.
Yeah, it's the everlasting core conundrum. Meanwhile, Huskar is farming over on the Radiant side, finding some Ancients. He's building towards an Aghanim Scepter. He has the idea that he can become Axe. Build Blink, build Aghanims. He basically has Blink Call. A single target.
I'm Legion Commander.
Yeah. Oh no. Their Spirit is coming for you, Quinn.
Oh boy. Whisper rolls in. Quinn BKB TPs.
Yeah.
See ya.
Get out of there. That gives a little bit of safety now for OG as well. That, okay, we can take fights. Huskar is not ready to join a fight, and Alchemist is playing with confidence, having Aegis in hand already. This could just be a moment for them to try a high ground push. Full MKB on Sniper, by the way.
Oh, wow. I guess this Butterfly Medusa, that's huge. Yeah, kind of skipped over the shard, not feeling like he's needed it in these last couple of fights because of how well Ari and Whisper have done to just break vision, open things up.
Yeah, he had it queued up earlier, so actually I thought he had it one of the fights, but opted to go back for it. Again, a pick. Salary, they know he doesn't have buyback as well. It's going to be up in just a few seconds.
Tier 3 taking a lot of damage, though. A minute left on Aegis. Sniper now gets to hit into it. And OG cracked the first Tier 3.
23
Savage.
Savage.
Going to stand here and hit 23 Savage, but it's like tickling. Chemical Rage, it's wearing off, so now it's time to step back a little bit.
Just tanking that Medusa. Medusa does not have the best single target damage. She does have a Skadi, but Alchemist is still quite tanky with the Assault Cuirass and Elven Tunic. Difficult here to go through.
Okay, 23 Savage goes up to kill a sentry. Blinks away while the rest of the team were actually running down south.
So BKB is coming off cooldown in 5 seconds for Huskar. Looking for a move with this. Gaimin Gladiators smoking out.
Quinn gets seen by 23 Savage.
Yeah, he also saw that was a smoke. Not going to connect well with this.
And OG have the high ground. Terrain advantage. Dire Scan misses. This could give a false sense of security to Gaimin Gladiators as they walk into the Nyx, immediately stunned up. Ace in trouble. The damage comes through so quick. Ace, is he going to die to this with a move forward from Whisper? Tries to magnetize and apply damage to him, but I don't know if that Spirit Vessel is enough. While 23 Savage spots Watson, moves in, the Manta out, and Medusa seems fine. OG spend a few spells there, and Gaimin Gladiators don't lose anyone just yet, but Whisper wants another crack. Goes forward towards Tofu. Ari making his play, but the Glimmer Capes and disengage from Gaimin Gladiators on the doorstep of their base. Enough to stay alive for now.
I think Gaimin Gladiators should be happy they got out of that. I think the Manta dodge was critical for Medusa. If he didn't dodge that roll, he might have gotten chain stunned, shrapnelled up, and actually brought down. The MKB on Sniper is a serious threat to this Butterfly Medusa. Not as tanky as she wants to be. And again, Nyx just keeping tabs on them, walking next to them, kind of revealing the rotations coming out from Gaimin Gladiators, allowing Sniper and Alchemist to farm without being worried. Huskar up top, looking for a jump onto a Sniper, but difficult to get there.
Oh, poor Tofu. Kicked around. Under the waiting arms of 23 Savage.
Game is now 11k lead.
Relentless with these chat wheel lines.
Nyx has the best chat wheel line at level 6 already, so might as well use it.
23 Savage looking for a bit more there.
Living up to his name, just blinking into the enemy. No fear at all. Feels big and strong in 9, setting up to siege top lane.
Well, yeah, I mean, they swing in here with a tanky Alchemist. Plenty behind them. And Ari has also found a snipe onto Celery as he went straight up high ground into that mid lane. OG pushing on 2 fronts. I mean, Gaimin Gladiators can barely defend 1, never mind 2. I think... Did Huskar BKB TP? Because Whisper was hunting on the left-hand side.
He did use BKB again. He doesn't have the Aghanims yet.
Ace is in.
Do something.
They're trying something. They're trying the element of surprise here to maybe get a catch on the sniper or the maiden or someone, anyone, but no, it's 23 Savage in the back who's slain Quinn. Dead for 60 with buyback available, but this might just be it, you know. Gaimin Gladiators, they can't stand up against OG.
Needs to run. Get back to safety. That was an attempt at a surprise play. They had Blink Dagger and Medusa, knew the Earth Spirit was on the other side of the map, so he tried to power play, just did not connect again. Gaimin Gladiators flailing and missing hard. OG now building a completely unstoppable lead. And
Super
Medusa
far ahead.
losing
2
all the
lanes of
mana.
for the good. Roll in from Whisper, missing on Celery this time. Rooted up and trapped in the calling as he does a pirouette and spins in the faces of his enemies. The Whisper, very bold maneuver as the rest of the squad just aiming for barracks. No buybacks used by Gaimin Gladiators. They're just going to let the mega creeps come to them.
You can buy back all you want. You really can't win this fight, so I think Gaimin Gladiators doing the right thing, just waiting it out. It's sad, though, that letting mega creeps happen at minute 33 is the correct play. Things just haven't worked out for them with the rotations, and so much of it comes back to scouting information. Constant advantage. This Nyx, I think he should not make it through the ban phase again. It's so devastating to their moves. Always being scouted out.
Yeah, he set up absolutely everything.
And it hasn't died a single time, right? Normally you see a support play like this, they end up dying a lot. But Ari is just unkillable. The Glimmer Force Staff, plus the free pathing when you use your Vendetta, it's just impossible to play against.
Yeah, usually it'd be like, 4, 8, and 13. Not 0.
Looking for a jump again. Anyone who shows themselves. Celery has been the unfortunate one quite a few times.
Gaimin Gladiators smoking again inside their base. A jump from 23 Savage right onto Watson, though. Unloading the damage through this chemical rage and the roll to stun him up. Watson didn't get the man to dodge this time. Silence for now. The life drain trying to come back in with Quinn attacking into the Alk, but he can't stand there and fight him. That's it. Huskar dead. Buyback available, but they lose Celery as well. The Whisper Earthspirit trying to roll out of here with his BKB going. Does get turned on and a bit of damage thrown his way. 23 Savage and Ari, though, bully them back. Great Impale. Stunning up 2. Life Drain will not save you. And Celery gets absolutely slaughtered by this sniper. Peeping away, looking at Watson. Quinn is brought back to try and fight into 9, but it's not going to work out this time. Watson's gone and a 5-man, 6-man wipe. Gaimin Gladiators get dumpstered in game 2 by OG.
Man, you gotta give so much cred to OG here for what they did. The last second reaction. They did not have much time on the draft to react to the Huskar last pick, but they said, you know what, we can counter it. 9 quickly just saying, give me snipe. Goes for a 10-0-11 score.
Maybe another game here where they goes for the mid-game tempo instead.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense to go for that early Parker style build again. It wasn't really the reason it didn't work out for them before.
Well, off we go. Game 3. Elimination time. Or the chance to move forward for a chance at qualification. 1 game separating these 2 teams from that best of 3 against Avilos later on today. A 5-man smoke from Gaimin Gladiators gets them up into that northern jungle. While old OG just hold their ancient spot for now.
Yeah. Also didn't bother... Oh, they do have a smoke. It's on 23 Savage. I was wondering if they didn't bother buying one, but they're going for a late smoke, so looking for kills. Obviously, when you're playing Alchemist, you always want to try and go contest the bounty runes as much as possible. See them swooping around towards bottom.
30 seconds to battle.
Well, early wards here, up on the high ground there for Gaimin Gladiators, and a sentry back up in that top lane to block one of the Alchemist and Enchantress camps. X Nova and 23 Savage looking to try and take one of the top runes. Well,
Yeah,
Ari and Whisper have gone on a bit of a wander.
We're just scouting mid. We see sentry dropped, but again, not really connecting onto the vision. It was just a hero.
And we'll get 3 for Gaimin Gladiators there. And OG
pretty
not
big.
wanting to get caught in a level 1 fight, and I guess wisely so.
Yeah, nice to take away a bounty rune from the Alchemist lineup, though. Always setting him back a little bit in gold.
Oh, look at this obs
Anything
board
he can
from
do.
the career sniping obs board from Ari.
Yeah, he's already on the hunt. He knows the tangles usually come out immediately. probably saw the magic stick build on Gyrocopter as well, so very correctly is gonna kill off the Curry immediately.
You see the other donkey on the mini-map just like, oh, no. No, 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 no. Run away.
Run to safety. Brawling going down in all lanes right now. Mid lane should be very favored for TA with the Void Blades.
As is tradition. The blood sport of Dota just hit each other, burn through the regen quickly in the laning stage. Mid lane, of course, looking for that early bottle on both of these heroes.
Oh,
as
he
Nine
misplayed, I think.
gets a roll onto Quinn. Kicks in onto this TA. He's diving under tower and taking some heavy hits.
Meld.
Is he dead to this from the Meld Strike? And Nine dies. Oh, he tried a cheeky play, but he pays for it.
Oh, that was so close. Got a little bit impatient on 9. He had the kick. Could have maybe kicked back the TA, but decided to go for a boulder kick instead. And then going on the tower, thinking he had the kill. Didn't quite have it in him. 9 just getting a little bit too eager.
It's like if he had a blood grenade or something, that's like guaranteed dead, but...
Yeah, that's true.
Sad for 9. And that lane going to get harder for him as TA picks it up. Well, up at top lane, 23 Savage. He's got a concoction to launch into Tofu here to get the kill. And it looks like with Muerta dead, no longer under threat from dying, as he was the one to get gone on.
Yeah, just regening up. Gonna be completely fine. Pull the creeps to safety and keep CSing. Dragon Knight mostly just farming away as well. But Alchemist happy with that trade. And Ari doing what Ari does. You know, checking in with Ari is it's basically the same thing as always. Pulling the creeps. Little Nyx business. This is pretty amazing though. Got 5 melee creeps and a range creep connecting, so it can deny a lot of creep waves.
9 misses the roll, but gets the bottle refill.
Yeah, gonna secure the creep at least.
11-5 on the TA though. Quinn really picking up the pace in the last hits. And under tower with some good damage onto 9 to bully him away from the flag bearer and deny it as well. There's a roll missing.
The more levels he gets as well, the worse it gets. It does kick TA out of the meld, so -1 meld attack there. If you get repositioned, you immediately get brought out of it.
So much damage though from this TA with a level 2 meld. Nasty stuff from Quinn. And 9 trying to chase him down a bit here with the creep wave tailing, but yeah, he's got the side blades to splash back onto them.
Yeah, very tough lane. 9 trying to do what he can, but it's already tricky for him. Top lane, Dragon Knight has had a pretty easy time CSing, as the lane has pretty much always been here right in front of his tower. And he's just trying to offset that by pulling a little bit, but... Oh, Alk?
Yeah, with the blood grenade and calling, Alchemist, he's got concoction going, chucks it towards Tofu, and inside the acid spray and his hellbear going, another little move there where the Alchemist is able to turn with the help of the Ench to kill off the Muerta.
Off to a fantastic start on this safe lane. Alchemist may not have complete free farm, but getting kills is definitely making up for it.
And then the third lane, Watson, 18 and 10. Like you've been saying, the wave dragging here from the Nyx Assassin, Celery trying to slow it down or stop it.
Yeah, and the Beastmaster just kind of falling behind, not having a great time. Whisper's going for the Null Talisman, but he's not maxing Wild Access. He's going for points in the Call of the Wild Boar.
Does he have anything else queued up?
Yeah, he's queuing up just power treads right now, so I think it's going to be an Aghanim Scepter build. If it was Helm or Dominator, you usually just go for it first item. But the fact that he doesn't have Wild Access maxed out makes it hard for him to do any damage to a Gyrocopter.
Don't we usually see Arcanes on this build as well?
Sometimes. We saw 33 not go Arcanes. He also went for Null Talisman like this. Null Talisman Magic Stick.
As well, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. And if you want that bit, I guess... Yeah, here against TA, DK, Gyro. And maybe Whisper will change it up to phase for that bonus armor himself.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Power Treads isn't terrible either, I guess. I do prefer Face Boots or Mana Boots, I think, over it. Face Boots really nice to give you a speed, get in and get your roar later on.
Just big lane wins in mid and bottom lane here for Gaimin Gladiators. Slight net worth lead starting to build.
CS-wise, all the lanes are looking fantastic for them. TA has traps now as well against a level 4 Earth Spirit mid.
This is the thing, right? This is where I feel like 9 has got to make a hard decision to like rotate out of this lane or make the big call to come and defend it, because catapult wave is coming. Actually, you've got to come and stop this from happening around the 6-minute rune mark.
Yeah. Oh, the glyph as well. Keep the creep wave alive. Running after him.
And he rolls down, tried to join up with Ari, who attempts to drag the wave around. Inside the cogs, though, 9 stuck with the calling and Quinn's damage coming. Gaimin Gladiators just they swarm this middle lane, kill off 9's Earth Spirit, and keep the catapult wave going onto the tower. And X-Nova can do a bit of damage onto Tofu here. I don't know if he can get the kill, because it's very scary walking back into Quinn's TA.
Yeah, just at least trying to defend the tower here to stop some of the pressure, but this is a horrible start for 9, not having a good time. The first death was kind of his bad, but now this is just a matchup thing as well. With the rotation from the supports, it becomes difficult. And you were talking about ganking or rotating out of the lane. Think about the side lanes, though. What are you going to gank? There's a Dragon Knight top, very hard here to bring down. And bottom lane, this Gyrocopter has been in full control. Now going to go for a kill on Beastmaster.
Yeah, just get in there with the cogs and the barrage, but a good move from Ari here to save his Whisper Beastmaster. Turn and kill, while Watson attempts to trade out in the next, but can't quite get it done. And this is a Gyro with a ton of armor, full wand, Lotus to play with.
The Wild Axes have started doing some damage, though. Oh, call down. Connects fully onto the Beastmaster. He thought he was going to be fine to walk up a little bit, but Watson just clips him.
Yeah, I mean, pops his wand, turns around and blows him up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, 1-for-1 on the Wisdom Runes. Nothing spectacular there.
X-Nova just pushing Quinn to the high ground, toying with the TA a little bit. Give 9 the bounty rune that he so desperately needs. Level 7 TA. I mean, halfway through level 7, while his Earth Spirit is still level 5.
Yeah, by the time he gets magnetized, TA is already going to be ready to fight him.
Top lane as well, level 5 Alchemist here. In the calling, stunned up, just disabled forever.
TA is diving mid as well.
They're going to kill
Nyx
on the
missed the
Earth
stun. Nyx was there, but the stun didn't connect.
Magnetize is going here. Quinn could just get run at by 9 with another good roll, and the damage, it looks good, but the refraction, the meld, okay, he can't turn and find the Earth Spirit kill. Quinn has to pay for his over-eager aggression.
Yeah, he did force both the supports to come mid, so he's saying, like, hopefully we get something out of this in the side lanes, and Ace is laying in the pressure onto the tower. But that's a big death. TA, who was dominating the lane, going down, that gives a little bit of a comeback for the Earth Spirit.
And this DK now just has the freest time. Flaps away. Rotation from 9 not going to connect.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah,
under
turns it into a farming unstable concoction instead, clearing some neutrals.
Watson
Arcane rune for TA.
is under attack.
healing back up with the Seeds of Serenity. Nobody pushing that bottom lane. Beastmaster's backed up. Gaimin Gladiators kind of using this little vacuum of space to come into
TA was spotted on the Watcher.
TA under the Watcher gets roared up. Whisper and Ari just come across and get the disables in. Refraction's up, though, and the calling with Celery's cogs, offering protection here. And they turn onto this Whisper Beastmaster, but the roll across, it lands on Watson, but Quinn's still dead to 9. Retribution time for the Earth Spirit, but quickly dispatched with here, it looks like, by Watson and his rocket barrage.
Got the double hits from the call down. Tons of damage coming out. 500 magical damage just from the level 1 ulti of the Gyrocopter. Beautiful takedown. At least, you know, TA was taken down by the Earth Spirit, but still good rotation for Gaimin Gladiators. Getting the better end of the deal.
OG kind of scrambling a bit to try and hold on to the map space they've got. Defend their Ancients. Try and keep Gaimin Gladiators back and alleviate some of this pressure from the Alchemist, who now does skip up towards the top of the net worth board.
Yeah, Alchemist is not really being the focus point anymore, but at the same time, the Dragon Knight is free farming up there, just getting whatever he wants. He's building towards a Mage Slayer next. TD rune spawns top. Easy rune for TA.
With all the
They have
action
the
around
sentry
mid.
advantage around mid as well, so all these traps are really great for controlling the runes. Dire wish they could get some sentries down and take back control.
This is the challenge now, right? Like, honestly, I'm surprised the tier 1 tower mate is still standing on the Dire side. They keep this pressure going, though. Enchantress and Nyx trying to hold on to what semblance of control they can have. And Quinn can't quite finish off X-Nova with 23 Savage arriving. The 10-minute Alchemist rotation coming in to gank the TA and kill her off. Quinn with a couple of deaths in quick succession now. And Celery's been pummeled by 23 Savage too. This Alch rotation just completely undoes the push that Gaimin Gladiators was setting up around the catapult wave.
What a great move by 23 Savage. I sometimes say that he's more of like a hard carry player, but this is definitely a great like recognition that, okay, I need to do something. I need to leave this lane and just get involved in some of these fights. Connected in a beautiful way.
That's a Duraccio move.
Yeah, exactly. This is a straight out of Skeeter's playbook.
Yeah.
This is a Duraccio inspired move. And sometimes this is what your team needs. Just that little bit of extra power comes in. And now TA with 3 deaths. Yeah, you're free farming and you're getting really big, but she is not the most farmed on the map anymore, and not even that significantly ahead of their Spirit, who's closing in on 4k. Like, she's 1800 gold ahead of him, which is still respectable.
Yeah, I mean, the only one who's like really struggling now is that Earth Spirit, who needs to try and catch up and get into the game again, but he's had some good rolls, good teamfight initiations, and that's what you really want from him. It's just items that he's a little behind on. But I guess you could argue that Nyx Assassin has a bit more net worth than he should.
Exactly. That was what I was going to connect to, that the bigger story might be this Nyx having such a good game. They're going to get slowed up on mid. Quinn does have a sentry, so shouldn't be caught by this Nyx. But Ari getting this much net worth already has the Staff of Wizardry. Gonna go for that 4 staff as always. And it's a great game for it against the Dragon Knight, against the Clockwork. These are heroes you want to push yourself out of. Even the Murta reposition out of her calling.
It looks like
Top tower gets taken down.
Yeah, giving up on that mid lane push, just going for the softer and easier target up top. Kick Alchemist away from the safe lane. And then pivot down through that jungle into mid, maybe. Get some wards to watch where OG are lurking. But while that's all happening, Whisper gets to take down some ancient stacks. Well on his way to the Aghanim Scepter.
It's getting closer, not too far away. 1800 gold and he will have his Aghanim Scepter. And again, new pressure being mounted mid, this time with Ace coming in. Looking for a kill onto the Earth Spirit.
This is the build we saw from Skitter's DK when he went like 0-4 in lane a couple of months ago, right? With a safe lane DK going Mage Slayer Blink.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to have a Mage Slayer against a Nyx. Get some extra ability so you don't die. And also, if he just hits the Earth Spirit, you take away a ton of his damage. You lower the damage of the Magnetize on everyone.
Still looking at this timing from OG around that 15-minute mark. Alchemist and Beastmaster wanting to tie together with this Radiance nearly done. Aghanim Scepter on the way. Gaimin Gladiators not able to upset it just yet because Ari, he's in the way. Quick hook shot, though, into the TA trap. Makes short work of him, and that's now Blink on Quinn.
That's an important kill as well, getting the Nyx. Don't allow him to have another game where he just runs around without dying. Now invading could slow down Whisper's Aghanim's timing. Looking for the Ancients. Don't have hookshot anymore, so hard to get an initiation on him, but at least they're in the area. Wisdom Rune gets grabbed by Watson, who happens to be farming over by the Ancients, and we might see the same from Whisper.
I'll just go and take it. And Watson, yeah, Crystallis into Ag, so he is going for that kind of later style build. You know, it's still going to give him some nice firepower in this mid-game. Definitely not the Dragonlance Sanjin Yasha that we've seen a few times.
Bit higher DPS, and if he just wants to farm, this is what he wants to do anyway. Just make sure that he has damage to keep farming, because otherwise, if you go SMY as a fighting route mid, Quinn blinks out of a stun.
Gets away from Ari, and the turnaround from Celery and Tofu's there. Nyx Assassin punished. Always having to be that frontline scouter. I mean, he went game 2 unkilled, and this time around, Gaimin Gladiators seem very ready for him. They've let that Nyx through the draft, and they're trying to punish Ari as best they can, as well as getting in on top of X-Nova, the squishy Enchantress blown up.
Doing a really good job just grouping up around the TA with the shield rune as well. Hard target for him to go on. Was a nice attempt by the Nyx, but they weren't really coordinated enough. And with the Beastmaster just farming towards his Aghanim Scepter, this is before they hit their timing. Gaming Gladiators just striking before everything is ready on the side of OG.
Yeah, it's kind of like an open door for them just to go and take all these towers now. It's a bit early to kind of go and get Roshan or anything like that, so they would love to go and get a few more pickoffs, pressure tier 2s. And think about it in a few minutes' time. This blink on DK is that investment into aggression as well. So they'll go through the Twin Gate and look for the Alchemist, hunt him while he farms.
It could be dangerous for Alchemist. He's nearby, leading the way with Ace. Does have a lot of his friends nearby. Nyx is not really in the neighborhood though.
And 9, he's the one that breaks the smoke. The dust comes out, but it's the Earth Spirit just standing there. 23 Savage though with a concoction, and 9's innate tankiness takes a while to kill off. And OG trying to bring numbers across to defend him. Ari's going to scutter into the back, thinking twice about it as they turn on the DK, blow up Ace, take him out with a 2-man stun. Ari again has set it up to get it all done, and Quinn is trapped here, stuck between them all. 3 cores gone. OG, they lose 9, but I don't think they care. They're running forward and looking for Celery now. Ari and 23 Savage, another beautiful Earth Spike, Impale, whatever you want to call it. The spikes come from the ground and destroy the clockwork.
Fantastic find, one after another there. The Roar turning the fight around. Beautiful amount of damage coming out. And this is what you mentioned early on in the game. The timings line up. They have the Aghanims, they have the Radiance Blink, they have everything they want. So even if they lose their mid laner, they still possess so much damage output. If you don't have enough to go on the Alchemist there, using too many resources to kill an Earth Spirit, then the fight is pretty difficult. I thought the Dragon Knight would live with his Mage Slayer, but he actually went down way quicker than expected.
Yeah, got burst so quickly. Just chain stunned, I guess couldn't use 1 charges, whatever it was. Died very quickly.
And now this really shakes Gaimin Gladiators. They thought they were in control of the game, but losing a massive team fight, Age is now in the hands of Beastmaster, is now OG who can start opening up the map.
Such like an anglerfish moment, where Gaimin Gladiators are drawn towards that little dangly light in the deep dark water. Oh, it's 9's Earth Spirit, he's an easy kill. And then the big open-mouthed maw of sharp teeth come out, and OG just snap down on them. There's such a good reaction from OG with their timing.
Yeah, that was fantastic for them. Taking the fight after spells are on cooldown. The Alchemist knows that he's not going to be targeted, can just go in. And same for the Beastmaster. Undisturbed DPS. Now, looking like they want to open up top tower using the Eng creep. Beastmaster's coming through as well. TPing on the gate.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Don't even need to show heroes. Just push with the Enchantress creeps.
They want Watson. That's the real target. They haven't seen him in a while. They want to get on him.
High ground vision is there for Gaimin Gladiators. Dewarded by Ari immediately, though. And yeah, Gaimin Gladiators really on the back foot now.
Scanning.
Retreating very quickly, knowing that the aggression is coming.
And this is where the lineup is a bit greedy. This is where you might struggle. You have a really strong laning stage, but TA, DK, and Gyrocopter, you don't really have that frontline fighting power. Whereas OG, they definitely do. The Beastmaster and the Earth Spirit are happy to go.
Well, Ari up at the front. Force Staff and Cogs up to the high ground, and then
he just runs.
scutters away. Off he pops while 9 runs in, feared back by the dead shot. A kick across the front, not going to land. Alchemist wanted in, and then he wants out.
Okay. Pretty good for Gaimin Gladiators. They survive, and meanwhile Dragon Knight is stealing the enemy ancient stack, in fact. Taking a bit of gold away. Farming towards that BKB, which cannot come soon enough.
Yeah, they need more time. And this is, like you say, kind of greedier from Gaimin Gladiators. They need another. They want to drag this game out a little bit longer.
I like the choice by Whisper to go for Crimson Guard in this game. He's building towards it, doesn't have the full thing yet. But give him just a few more minutes and he might get it. And against all these right-click based cores, gonna block a lot of damage.
Ace in a good spot in behind, farming sneakily through the Ancients. Does have that ward in front of him to spot anyone coming.
He did see 9 for just a moment, but 9 not going up that way. So Ace just sticks around, keeps farming here.
And then Watson's Gyrocopter can farm the Ancients on the far left-hand side as well. They do find a nice bit of map space there to keep their farm rate up. As OG with his Aegis, wanting to keep the pressure going. Try and march forward with his Beastmaster and get towards some tier 2s potentially. And bottom and mid, the kind of natural angles here for OG to take.
Yeah, they're setting up there, waiting for bottom creep wave to push in. Want to go for a tier 2 push. And that bottom tier 2, I'm not sure Gaimin Gladiators are in position to defend it, but they look like they might want to smoke up. Teeping towards mid, grouping. Smoke is coming.
Okay. I mean, now they're dangling Quinn in front of OG. Dire Vision sees the TA moving.
They pinged the Alchemist. They know he's not there.
Ari sees them. Starts off on the DK. Stun and Raw overlapping. Glimmercape protection. The DK is very tanky. Pops his wand. They get the Aegis kill on the Whisper Beastmaster, but now in comes 9 and 23 Savage. The trouble is, Ace has managed to sustain through it all. Finally dies as Whisper drops to the onslaught from Tofu and Watson, but look at this magnetize. The 9 damage just keeps on flowing and going onto Tofu for
what
a
are
nice
these ghosts,
takedown.
man?
9 with a double kill. The massive ghosts are swinging all over the place. Casper is here and destroying them, but Quinn, he's down to 9. The comeback from this Earth Spirit getting handled in lane to getting a triple kill now.
Good reaction by Alchemist to immediately TP and get over there. They thought they could take the fight because Alch was all the way on the other side of the map, so they burst down the Aegis once, but killing him twice takes quite a while with Vanguard, making him really tanky on Beastmaster. So it was just a little bit too much for Gaimin Gladiators to work through all that twice, and we saw a big connection. 9 just coming in with this Earth Spirit together with Alchemist, like 2 wrecking balls into the poor structure that was Gladiators trying to fight.
At least Watson survives for Gaimin Gladiators, but now
Yeah.
losing TA, losing DK when they want to be out there farming feels pretty bad.
Yeah, this is not where you want to be as Quinn. Like, he had a really good lane, felt amazing, was getting solo kills in lane, and then he died 5 times already on a TA. And TA is a sort of momentum-based mid-hero who wants to be owning in the early game and turn that into a really strong mid-game, because she does kind of fall off towards the later stage. And she doesn't have traditional mid impact. You don't have a big like spellcaster or a super tanky hero. She's a carry on the mid lane. All these deaths, they are very costly, and we can see a tempo now of Alchemist. This is very similar to the previous game. 23 Savage just coming back, becoming this monster in the mid game. And the Assault Cuirass is going to be huge for him. Assault plus Crimson Guard, and they will mitigate so much damage.
And look at Quinn up top.
Yeah.
23 Savage. They see the TA and start with a concoction. Gaimin Gladiators have no one nearby. This is Quinn dead. Pants down. Not a chance.
I love Whisper there not using the roar. Holding it. He knew that was a kill no matter what. Mid lane, 9 looking for a solo kill.
Look at him. He's rolling in. Celery looking a bit worse for wear. Misses the hook shot there. Tofu maybe trying to turn with Ace onto Ari's Nyx. They'll get the kill on the bug as Watson arrives now. But 9's BKB'd up and 23 Savage comes in for a nice little go onto Watson's gyro. But Celery's brought back and that could cause problems for OG. Whisper still has that roar available if they want to continue, but it looks like the white flag is waved and both teams retreating from each other.
That's still painful. You lose your clockwork, you buy back. And yeah, sure, you get a kill on Nyx, and the kill does give a lot of gold when you're behind like this, but using buybacks and not getting something more out of it, OG's still going to be very happy with this.
Yeah, that kill on Quinn top. Huge stuff. It's like the kill on Quinn, then the pressure mid. You're just not letting Gaimin Gladiators breathe. It is suffocating from OG.
I think...
Kind of classic in a sense.
Yeah, definitely. Gladiators have to make a huge move around the BKB timings. TA is still working on her BKB, doesn't have it yet. She has Mithril Hammer and Ogre Club. Actually, she has a Mithril Hammer queued up. Hope he doesn't mess up his quick buy here. I think this is the recent bug they added. Like a new feature
they added.
just dropped, you know? It's like, I had the same bug on Mantastyle. Buying Mantastyle, it kept buying 2 Blades of Alacrity for me, so hopefully he doesn't buy an extra Mithril Hammer here by mistake.
God, yeah.
It is in his quick buy still, but hopefully he has recognized that.
And that'd be rough.
Yeah, it's not him queuing it up wrong. It's just the game has a weird new bug. But they need to make power plays now, because once the Shivas comes out on Earth Spirit, I think they're just going to be unkillable. Shivas, Crimson, Assault Cuirass, you're not going through all that.
And they become inordinately tanky.
Yeah.
There's 30 seconds till Roche fast spawn as well, so this could be a really good timing for Gaimin Gladiators to get a pick and move
There is
towards
no
Roche.
way he lives.
Ari, oh, the hook shot
He
misses.
just walks away.
Straight past the buttocks of the Nyx assassin. I don't know if insects have buttocks, but
I guess
it is.
he does. This little Nyx again ruining a smoke gang. I thought they were gonna get at least an enchantress kill, but instead they run into the Nyx, and with the force staff and the ulti, he just casually survives.
Well, my brain has gone straight to stupid sexy Flanders and Nyx assassin saying nothing at all. Nothing at all. 9 making a jump on Tofu mid. He's dead. Done for. Whisper does get blink stunned. DK's in. Call down thrown, but OG disengaging the cogs though. Trap them inside. This could be big for them as 9 and 23 Savage move towards Watson, forcing the Gyro to disengage. They've kept them alive on the right-hand side, killing Celery in the meantime, while 23 Savage barely skirting the edge of the fight to survive and get away. Ace takes the impetus shots to the face, and now they've got Quinn with a double kill for 9. OG have killed 4 of Gaimin Gladiators and not lost a single soul.
OG are doing it. They get the gem as well. Nyx taking the gem. Gonna immediately start controlling here, and tower falling rapidly with 40 seconds on 2 of your cores, and the Clocker could already spend his buyback. This could just be a lane of racks.
It all starts with stupid sexy Nyx assassin. Dodging away from the ganks. Hookshot misses.
Okay,
And now high ground for OG.
We're just trying to slow down the push a little bit, put down the calling. But that's pretty much all they can do. Call down is coming up soon for Gyro.
Bang the
Throw it
drum.
out, but they're just gonna reset. Tower almost falling. Reset, go and get some more farm. Huge lead now for OG with 10,000 gold lead.
And when's Roche? A minute?
Yeah, Roche will spawn in 1 minute, so they're checking it as well. Already on top of that, Enchantress sending over a creep. X-Nova just on point. So many timings aligning here for OG. They got the Solar Crest complete on the Ench. They now have the double Force Staff, of course, as well, so you can't really lock one target in place. Enough saves are available.
And what was the mid difference here? Like level 7 versus level 4? At one point?
Almost. It wasn't quite that bad, but yeah, he was level 6 when or almost. He was 7 when he was
5.
When he was 5, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean Quinn, he did slip up though. He played pretty aggressive, found himself getting outnumbered several times. OG, to their credit, did make some beautiful rotations towards mid to punish the aggression coming out from the TA. And
Tier 3
OG,
neutral items could make a difference here.
yeah, could get some good ones. Vindicator's Axe is not a bad one for TA. Get some layer of protection against the stunts.
And Roche is respawning in a matter of seconds.
Oh, this could be a good
OG.
timing for Gaimin Gladiators. Roche is just now up.
OG in position, but Gaimin Gladiator is smoking and coming in behind.
OG starting the Roche with Alk.
Oh, they started this, the dead shot, they see it. They know that Gaimin Gladiators are coming, and 23 Savage gets off his Chemical Rage, but the damage is so fast. Can they finish him off? They can. Alk dead, and OG, they've got to run for the hills now. Whisper off to the right-hand side with 9. They've lost X-Nova as well. Gaimin Gladiators, with this one swift move, have swept through to kill the carry of OG. Looking for 9 now, but he BKBs. Magnetized, turning around with a Shiva's Guard. He wants to fight back into Tofu here, get some kills on the way out. But Gaimin Gladiators, this is their corner.
Yeah, definitely, and this is a fast Roche for them as well. They have the damage. This is where all the carry, the triple carry team, they can go in and take Roche very rapidly for you. Already warmed up a little bit. OG don't want to give this away, but they don't have much of a choice. 30 seconds on Alk.
Cutting wave or something, maybe thinking of stealing, but just
They
try and push that top wave and then run away.
have good wards down if they want to try and find a kill if they split up on the way out, but again, missing your biggest hero is not making this easy. By the way, during that Roche, something I've been waiting for so long happened. Roche Roar was perfectly timed with the jump on the Alchemist. The bonus damage actually made a difference. He died so fast. Yes, the Roar came out and then they burst him. Meanwhile, Nyx stuns the Dragon Knights.
They're on to Ace. They've got a roll there, and the damage comes through pretty quickly. I think Aegis be downed. A kill on the DK. Nearly 9. Just a slight 10-degree angle change and he would have had it.
Yeah, that was not far from TA getting caught again. Does TP out to safety, but with Alchemist here, it doesn't really matter if you have Aegis or not. Push again. And OG just playing so well this series. Like, I'm very happy to see how they're rotating, the moves they're making. Sure, they lost the Roche top, but that was also fortunate timing. With the Roche respawn and Gaimin Gladiators wraparound, it decided so well for them.
So, was that neutral damage the Roche damage? We just saw in the death recap.
Oh, did it show us neutral? Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, that's Roshan. But it's more so that Roche amped the damage from the others as well because of the debuff.
Right, so I guess Nyx Assassin dead. I guess the debuff doesn't count as Roche's damage.
Yeah. So it did some extra. Ori goes down though to a nice little sniper clockwork. It's just so rare that we get to see the roar actually work out.
It does something.
Roshan has tried so many times, but finally he coordinates with the other team. And what do they do? Kill him afterwards for it. Thank you so much.
Still a 6k lead for OG and a very strong Alchemist and Beastmaster. And they've kind of held Gaimin Gladiators back, right? With a little kill, a little push, a little nudge here. This Aegis timer starts to wear down.
They did hold them back, but at the same time, Gaimin Gladiators are happy dragging this game out. They have a lot of scaling cores, so they want this game to go late game. And OG, they want to make moves now with the power spike that they have. This Shiva's Crimson Guard AC. Hook shots, finds 9.
Gets off his BKB and a big old Lotus there to heal up. Rolls across, tries to escape through the trees. The Gyro is half HP, getting stunned up and killed. No BKB. Quinn has gone in and died immediately. 9 has survived. They go back towards Watson now. The DK comes in to save the Gyro. But again, this Gyrocopter is being run at by 23 Savage. Concoction and chain stuns right on top of him, and Watson's about to drop. A double for 23. Look for number 3 as Ace being pummeled by impetus shots out of X-Nova yet again.
TA, is she fine?
Oh my god, is that a buyback from Quinn? Is it a dieback from Quinn?
Oh no, this is disaster. That's just game, I think. I mean, not yet. They have buybacks, but 90 seconds on no TA. This is disaster for them. How did it all fall apart so quickly? You just had Aegis just minutes ago.
Wow.
But you can see the power. When they group up, so much damage mitigation coming out. The Earth Spirit tanking through all of it with the use of the Lotus, but also with the Force Staffs coming in to save, keeping each other alive.
I mean, at this point, Gaimin Gladiators must just have heads in hands. Dieback TA, Clockwork is here alive, and a couple of buybacks are ready from the others. But you're in a 4v5, your base is under assault, 23 Savage just opens up on his bottom lane of barracks while they set up mid.
Quinn just not having a game at all. 9 deaths now. Just has to watch as his barracks are falling. And Roar, they realize they can use this.
Onto Muerta, dead with buyback.
Perpetually keeping the opponents dead, and now 23 Savage, he wants more. Going for the tier 4 towers, looking for some reaction, but I think the call is coming out from the team. They're saying, you know what, reset, get items, we just want like 10,000 gold, and they did indeed. 22,000 gold lead now. That happened so fast, Gareth. Buy back a big portion of that.
Goodness gracious me.
Their team fights. The Dragon Knight doesn't really have the damage we're used to seeing from a Dragon Knight, since this is an offlane DK. Doesn't have that Mask of Madness armlet. We're used to seeing him just melting heroes at this stage around 30 minutes. But into all the defensive items, he's not doing that much damage. Doesn't get through enough through the Crimson block.
Yeah, and we're still waiting for Satanic on the Gyro, right?
Yeah, we are. And this...
And now we have a Whistleblade Alchemist. There's so much chain stun here.
Yeah, Celery has to be careful. Don't get jumped. 23 Savage looking for anyone he can find at this point.
So confident.
Tier
you can
2
feel
tower.
it. The confidence is swelling.
Yeah. So next round of items coming in for them. BKB on the Beastmaster coming in. Nyx got an A on disc, so he has his own survivability. And Earth Spirit is going for a refresher. Gonna have that double BKB. Huge timing for him.
And right
we
now,
even have Bongo Boots on the edge. All these different power items for grouping up as 5 already.
Stacks of auras on everybody.
And that's it, right? It's aura difference. Like, what auras do you have on Radiant? There's
Refraction.
not. It's not an aura. I wish that would be a nice
Self-aura?
talent. Refraction aura.
It's like
They
that.
actually have no. They have okay. They have one aura. They have mana boots.
Do they actually
the-
not have anything else? No
The
pipe,
Ring of
crimson?
Basilius aura. That is literally it that I see from them. There's the only aura. This is an aura difference, man. They have like 6 or 7 different things on the side of OG. They've assembled all the
Holy
tricore of power.
I
Shivas,
didn't even
AC,
realize.
Crimson, Bongo Boots. Wouldn't be surprised to see a Vladimir soon on someone as well.
That's pretty wild, honestly.
And they have the ceremonial cape. 2 of them even. They want extra auras.
And now we're in a situation where Quinn has to be so careful, so delicate with how he approaches the fight.
He does. And he also wishes he had a Daedalus in his inventory. He's finding a get towards his Crystalus. Some damage. But this smoke from OG could be a game-winning one. If they get on the right heroes. Any single core would be massive, but Celery in a smoke-breaking position.
Ace as well.
He's just
Let's
gonna
break.
fly away. Little jetpack.
OG reposition themselves. Play through top and mid. They saw the gyro for a brief moment there.
TA showed bottom. Alk wants to jump.
Concoction. Self-stuns because he held back. Now Celery sees them all coming up the ramp. And 23 Savage starts to work on the tier 3. And they still see the TA bottom here, so OG start to put the damage on the objectives.
This is very difficult holds to make. They popped the dragon form. I think the call has been made to just chill out the dragon form. If he doesn't have form, he's going to be much weaker in the team fight. So they're waiting now, trying to count out the form. Meanwhile, the Gaimin Gladiators, they want to take a fight during it. Looking for Alk. Get him.
The hook shot onto 23 Savage, but he gets off the BKB this time. Concoction channeling and the Celery Clockwork dead. No buyback on him, and OG...
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's an awkward pause. The Dragon Knight is not feeling it right now. Getting
bashed.
getting bashed up. And there's Abyssal Blade ready still. The active is still available. So, yeah, you have BKB on Dragon Knight, but you're not going to get to use this unless someone stops the Alchemist. And I don't think they can. Clock is dead. Murta has Deadshot going out. She's mid-cast on Deadshot. Observer having fun counting how many effects are on him.
There's a lot of...
It's all the auras, man. All the effects.
Goodness gracious. Man,
How
look
do
at
you
that.
fight against that?
And then positive buffs?
Absolute. Yeah, the positive buff is one Bassi.
It's like whoever designed the UI never thought this would happen, right? You always assume there's more positive buffs than negative debuffs. It's kind of, offset, skewed to the left a little bit.
This is looking like some MMO bar. Like,
Yeah.
what is this crazy stuff? Meanwhile,
Yeah,
you can look at Alchemist and look at his positive buffs, right? You can go the other way around. Check
Yeah.
out that. Okay, yeah, we got some stuff
true.
going for us.
So what, does OG continue to kill the DK here, or do they see Quinn and beeline for him?
I think they're just gonna go for the Dragon Knight and take that kill before he gets BKB out. But Quinn is also in a precarious situation. He cannot reposition. He has no Hurricane Pike this game. He didn't go for it. And I don't know how he gets out.
Is there a way Gaimin Gladiators win this fight with a gyro from the high ground? Like, does he have enough damage to turn and fight, or is this just cut your losses and run?
He's gonna try and flak, but I don't know the tankiness of this team on Dire, man. I don't know if he has enough to get through everybody. He might get some kill, but can he really bring down all 5? They're full HP on most heroes. You're already at a number disadvantage. Dragon Knight is gonna do no damage. It's really up to Gyrocopter, but I mean, maybe with some wonder crits from his Daedalus.
It's like, the cogs are annoying, they're well placed. And Ari
true.
and Whisper can have to kind of skirt around the edge and maybe come in from that southeast ramp.
Yeah, and keep in mind as well, the Earth Spirit still has this refresher ready to pull the trigger on it.
Oh, wow, okay.
And yeah, the BKBs are also active. So
Well, let's see what happens. We're
we're
getting back
running out
into
of
it.
Alk.
Mid-team fight, DK bash, 23 Savage, Abyssal Blades on
Oh, the
him.
roar.
Gyro gets run out and stunned up by Whisper. They've caught out Watson. Ace and Tofu dead. Quinn falls shortly after. No buybacks on the TA or the 2 supports. Gyro's done. And Gaimin Gladiators being slapped down by OG in Game 3. They've got 2 buybacks available, but that's going to be a 2v5 against this overfarmed Alk and Beastmaster who pummel your buildings.
It's just over. They're spray painting your buildings at this point. They're redecorating your home. They buy back, but they know this is just it.
The feng
Respawns are
shui's
way
all
too
wrong.
slow.
Move the couch over there. Get
Lift
these
coming
ornaments out of the path of the cheat. OG
Markup.
just coming in and destroying this Radiant base. I mean, double buyback, yes. DK and Gyro are alive, but your structures are crumbling.
Yeah, and you gotta go before the respawns as well here. You cannot wait around. The throne is under attack.
Call down, flat cannon. The roll back in from 9, though. Stunned up by Ace. Watson turns, and there's the BKB. Whisper thinks about the roar, lifts his hand, but decides to not go for it as they turn onto their
Just
throne.
hitting throne.
It's
No
open and
glyph.
exposed. Carapace and Roar onto Watson now, so they can focus down the Gyro, die back on him, and OG, they are moments away from getting themselves into that lower bracket final. A few more hits on the throne here. Not much that Celery and Ace can do as they take the victory and move on to face Avilus. Gaimin Gladiators knocked out by OG. Revenge of the highest order as that 2-0 victory in the upper bracket definitely stung them the wrong way.
Fantastic play by OG.